Mark Carney is thoroughly fed up with the Trump administration. The Canadian Prime Minister said on Tuesday, the 27th, he told U.S. President Donald Trump that he meant what he said in his speech at Davos and told him Canada plans to diversify away from the United States with a dozen new trade deals, which is why we see them visiting China today, this week. In an article out of AP News, Carney rolls his eyes at U.S. Treasury Secretary, says he told Trump he meant what he said in Davos. This is by Rob Gillies. It is published January 27th at 4:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The article continues, Carney rolled his eyes and rejected U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's contention to Fox News, which is oh so accurate, that he aggressively walked back his comments at the World Economic Forum during a phone call with Trump on Monday. Oh, God. You know, if this administration could figure out if they could just stop the blatant lying, they might have more support on the right. But don't tell them that. They can't stop Trump anyway. He just lies, as his modus operandi. Oh, Prime Minister Carney continued, to be absolutely clear, and I said this to the president, I meant what I said in Davos. That's as Carney arrived for a cabinet meeting in the capital in Ottawa. Carney continued, Canada was the first country to understand the change in U.S. trade policy that he initiated, meaning Trump, and we're responding to that. In Davos at the World Economic Forum last week, Carney condemned economic coercion by great powers on smaller countries without mentioning Trump's name. The Prime Minister received widespread praise and attention for his remarks, upstaging Trump at the gathering. It wasn't hard to do that. Trump thoroughly embarrassed us. Please go watch that 72-minute speech. The world has changed. Washington has changed. There is almost nothing normal in the U.S. now, and that's the truth. Thank you, Prime Minister Carney. Well said. Trump threatened this past weekend to impose a 100% tariff on goods imported from Canada if Canada went ahead with a trade deal with Beijing. Carney stated Canada has no interest in negotiating a comprehensive trade deal with Beijing. Trump and Carney spoke in a 30-minute phone call on Tuesday, by the way. Prime Minister Carney said, I explained to him, Trump, our arrangement with China. I explained to him what we're doing, 12 new deals, 4 continents in 6 months. He was impressed, of course. The Prime Minister plans to travel to India, Australia, and other countries to diversify trade away from U.S. dependence. Trump is destroying our economy. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.